The sands of time. In the heart of northeastern Africa, where the golden sands stretch endlessly beneath a burning sun, lies a mystery older than memory itself, a land carved by gods and ruled by men who claim to be divine. This is Egypt, the cradle of civilization, where the Nile gave birth to one of humanity's greatest empires. Thousands of years before Rome rose, before Greece dreamed of democracy, Egypt had already mastered the art of eternity. And yet, even the gods themselves could not prevent the fall that would come. Tonight, we travel back, across 5,000 years, to uncover the rise, glory, and fall of the greatest kingdom on earth. Chapter 1, The Dawn of Civilization. Long before the first pyramid pierced the sky, small tribes settled along the life-giving Nile. Each year, the river flooded, leaving behind rich black soil. From this gift, wheat and barley grew, and humanity found its first rhythm of civilization. They called their land Kemet, the Black Land, a contrast to the lifeless desert around it. Villages became towns. Towns became cities. And soon, around 3100 BCE, a leader named Narmer, or Menes, united Upper and Lower Egypt, creating the first nation in human history. He wore the twin crown, white for upper, red for lower, symbolizing unity under one god-king, the Pharaoh. Chapter 2, The Nile, Gift of Life. Without the Nile, Egypt would have been nothing but dust and stone. Each flood was both a blessing and a test. The Egyptians learned to predict it, using early calendars and star charts, making them the first astronomers of the ancient world. The Nile became more than water, it became a living god. They called him Happy, the spirit of fertility. From his cycles came the concept of time, of life, of death and rebirth. It was this harmony with nature that made Egypt timeless, a civilization born from balance between chaos and order, between man and the gods. Chapter 3, The First Pharaohs. As centuries passed, the pharaohs grew in power. They were not just kings, they were living gods, sons of Ra, the sun deity. Their word was law, their presence divine. The early dynasties built tombs called mastabas, simple rectangular structures that would soon evolve into something far greater. Under Pharaoh Djoser, around 2630 BCE, the world's first pyramid rose at Saqqara, a step pyramid designed by his genius architect Imhotep. Imhotep was more than a builder, he was a scientist, physician, and priest. His design changed history forever. It was the blueprint for eternity. Chapter 4, The Golden Age of the Pyramids. This was Egypt's golden era, the Old Kingdom. Under the great pharaohs Sneferu, Khufu, Khafre, and Menkaure, the pyramids of Giza rose from the desert like stairways to heaven. Each stone weighed tons, yet millions were placed with impossible precision. The Great Pyramid of Khufu, built around 2560 BCE, remains one of the seven wonders of the ancient world. Even today, no one fully understands how such perfection was achieved with only copper tools and human hands. The pyramids were not merely tombs, they were vessels to eternity. Inside, the soul of the pharaoh was prepared to join the gods in the afterlife. Every symbol, every alignment, every stone had a purpose. In those moments, Egypt was unmatched, powerful, wealthy, divine. Chapter 5, Gods, Temples and the Afterlife. To the Egyptians, death was not an end, it was a transformation. They believed life continued in another world, as real as this one. To reach it, the soul had to be pure, its heart lighter than a feather. So began the ritual of mummification, preserving the body so the soul could return. Priests recited sacred spells from the Book of the Dead, guiding the spirit through the underworld. Temples rose across the land, at Karnak, Luxor, and Abu Simbel, each carved with stories of gods and kings. Ra, the sun god, Osiris, lord of the dead, Isis, mother of magic, Anubis, the jackal-headed guardian of souls. In every statue, in every wall carving, Egypt sought the same truth, immortality. Chapter 6, Queens, Kings, and Empires. Time moved on. Dynasties rose and fell. The Middle Kingdom brought literature, art, and philosophy, a rebirth after chaos. Then came the New Kingdom, the Age of Glory, when Egypt became an empire. Pharaohs like Thutmose III and Ramses II expanded Egypt's borders into Syria and Nubia. They built colossal temples, monuments to their power. Ramses II, the great builder, left behind over 60 statues of himself, each proclaiming divine kingship. And among these mighty rulers rose a woman, Hatshepsut, the queen who became pharaoh. She ruled not by sword, but by wisdom and trade, sending ships to the legendary land of Punt. Later came Akhenaten, the heretic king who defied all tradition. He abandoned the old gods and worshipped only one, the sun disk, Aten, making him the first monotheist in history. But after his death, his name was erased, and Egypt returned to its ancient gods. Then came a boy king, Tutankhamun. He ruled only 9 years, yet his tomb, discovered in 1922 by Howard Carter, would make him immortal. It was the only royal tomb ever found almost completely intact, filled with gold, jewels, and wonders beyond imagination. Chapter 7, The Fall of a Civilization. As centuries passed, the power of the pharaohs weakened. Priests grew rich. Foreign armies invaded. Libyans, Nubians, Persians, all claimed Egypt as their own. Then, in 332 BCE, a new conqueror arrived, Alexander the Great. He was hailed as a liberator. In his honor, a new city was founded, Alexandria. After Alexander's death, his general Ptolemy took the throne, beginning the Greek dynasty of Egypt. It would last nearly 300 years, blending Greek and Egyptian cultures. At its end stood the legendary Cleopatra VII, the last queen of Egypt. Beautiful, brilliant, and bold, she sought to save her kingdom through alliance with Julius Caesar and later Mark Antony. But Rome's power was too great. When Antony fell, Cleopatra chose death over defeat, ending 3,000 years of Egyptian rule. In 30 BCE, Egypt became a province of Rome. The gods fell silent. The age of the pharaohs was over. Chapter 8, The Legacy That Never Died. But Egypt did not vanish. Its spirit endured, in stone, in sand, in the hearts of dreamers. For thousands of years, scholars, explorers, and thieves sought its secrets. In 1799, a French soldier found a black stone near Rosetta, carved with 3 scripts. It became the key to unlocking the lost language of the pharaohs, hieroglyphics. Through it, Egypt spoke again. Today, the pyramids still stand, silent witnesses to eternity. They remind us that no empire, no king, no civilization is truly lost, as long as its story is remembered. Egypt was not just a land. It was an idea, that mankind could touch the divine, and live forever among the gods.